What's up, guys? It's your boy Michigander Man Adventures here to bring you guys another Michigan adventure. Today, I am in East Plains Cemetery, Lebanon Township, Clinton County, Michigan. I'm going to tell you the story of Philip Orrin Skyman Parmelee. Stay tuned. Philip Parmelee was born on March 8, 1887, to Charles W. Parmelee, a sawmill owner in Merritton, Michigan. His birthplace is variously given as Merritton and as Hubbardson, Michigan. In 1901, the family moved to Marion, Michigan, where his mother was killed in a runaway horse. He was raised by his father in St. John's, Michigan. Parmelee had a mechanical aptitude for small engines, building his own electric, steam, and gasoline-powered motors. Publications of the day in Marion note that he built a steam-powered small auto using an old horse buggy body and bicycle wheels, with a gasoline-fueled steam boiler of his own design powering the vehicle. Parmelee was notorious for driving it on the streets of the town. His first job was with the Richmond and Holmes Machine Company in St. John's, Michigan, from 1904 to 1906, working by day and exploring an interest in machinery for showing silent films during his evenings. In 1906, he went to work for the Eclipse Motor Company in Mansalona, Michigan, where his skills prompted his employer to recommend him to the Buick Automobile Company in Flint, Michigan. While working for Buick, Parmelee became interested in the racing cars of Louis Chevrolet and was reported to have taken one being repaired at the plant unauthorized nighttime drive to Flushing, a 19-mile round trip. Parmelee worked as a mechanic for a car on the Glidden Tour, an annual road rally from the South to New York City, with Parmelee's car winning the event. In 1910, he submitted an application and was chosen to join the Wright Flying School, run by Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright. After training, he joined the Wright Expedition Team. One of his first assignments was as a demonstration pilot for the Wright B Flyer at the Appalachian Expedition in Knoxville, Tennessee. On November 7, 1910, Parmelee became the first pilot to transport commercial cargo. His flight took him 65 miles from Dayton, Ohio, carrying a package of 100 pounds of silk valued between $800 and $1,000 for the opening of a store. Parmelee's route took him from Dayton to Columbus by way of South Charleston and London, following the route of the old National Road. Newspaper clippings quoted the Wright brothers as stating he covered the distance in 66 minutes, but the flight was officially recorded at 57 minutes, a world speed record at that time. Parmelee also traveled to Texas in the spring of 1911, where he flew the Wright Flyer with Lieutenant Benjamin D. Forius. The pair conducted the first military reconnaissance missions, flying along the border with Mexico during maneuvers held by the U.S. Army as a show of force to the Mexican revolutionaries. The airplane was owned by neither the U.S. Army, whose aircraft was no longer reliable, nor the Wright brothers, but was rented from Robert J. Collier, owner of Collier's Weekly. On their second flight, Furious and Parmelee accidentally shut off the engine at extremely low altitude over the Rio Grande. Parmelee got the engine to restart, but at full throttle. The sudden thrust caused the plane to nose down into the water and flip over onto its top. Neither pilot was injured, and the aircraft was salvaged and repaired. Later in 1911, Parmelee was the pilot of a Wright Model B when 54-year-old parachutist Grant Morton jumped out over the Venice Beach, California. This was the earliest known jump by a man from an airplane using a parachute. Parmelee was piloting an airplane at an air show in Yakima, Washington, on June 1st, 1912, at an altitudes variously described from 400 to 2,000 feet. Air turbulence caused him to crash, killing him instantly. He was buried in East Plains Cemetery. A historic marker to Philip Parmelee was erected in 1978, is displayed at the Lansing Capital Region International Airport Terminal in DeWitt Township, Michigan. Parmelee appeared in an early silent film, Dash Through the Clouds, directed by Mack Sennett and starring Mabel Normand. In the film, Parmelee plays a pilot called Slim and flies Mabel around in the Wright B airplane. Parmelee completed this film, and it was released 23 days after his death on June 24th, 1912. Just want to say thank you, my friend, for everything you have done for the aviation and the history of pilots and flying. You will never ever be forgotten. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please hit that like, definitely hit the share, and definitely hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on my next adventure. Take care. Much love, guys.